Okay, I think this is part 3, and we're going to try to get through the rest of this chapter 1 here. This is Mintzberg's managerial roles. And basically, again, we're trying to break up the managerial roles and what managers do in terms that are easy to remember. And here we have 3 main ones. We have interpersonal roles, right? How do we work with other people? Informational roles and decision roles. So we go through each of these separately. Interpersonal roles. Managers act as figureheads. They represent whatever they're managing. If you're a manager of the purchasing department, you are the figurehead of that purchasing department. And the people you manage look to you as a figurehead, and they hope that they can respect you and count on you to look after their best interests. You have a role as a leader where you need to manage and motivate your employees, encourage them to accomplish whatever goals that you guys decide on. And you also have to deal with other figureheads or other department heads. And sometimes you have to negotiate budgets, making sure that you and you guys get what you need and they get what they need and the company can be successful. Okay, informational roles. You're scanning the environment for information. And we're going to get more into environmental scanning later when we're looking at strategy. But that's one of your jobs as a manager. Then disseminating, sharing as much information as you can with your employees. And also act as a spokesperson for people outside the company. Like if you're a purchasing manager and you have vendors, and you go and meet those vendors and associate with them, there's some of that where you're the spokesperson. You're actually speaking on behalf of your company and your department. All right, decision roles. So this is kind of a strange idea. You have a decision role, and one of the ways that you need to think is as an entrepreneur. So you're trying to adapt your subunit to the environment, and you're trying to take advantage of opportunities or mitigate threats that you see externally, and you're trying to take your strengths and capitalize on those and overcome your weaknesses. And you're also having to deal with a budget. And one of my teachers or mentors, there's a VP of the department that I worked for as a manager, and Mark and I were working together. I said, "Hey, Mark, I have this project, and I want to buy lunch for these people because they're actually spending some of their own time working for us and going out of their way and sacrificing some. So I want to help motivate them by buying them lunch." And he said, "Well, would you do it if it were your own money?" And that's this entrepreneur type of mentality. If it was your own money, would you still do this? Disturbance handler. Managers respond to problems so severe that they demand immediate attention. Usually that's with employees, but sometimes that's like with a part. We're missing a part that's going to shut down a line, which is a very expensive thing to happen. And instead of delegating that important or severe, that critical problem, the managers do it themselves. Call out the suppliers, see if we can get it overnight. Decision roles. There's a lot of resources that we have to manage, and part of organizing is allocating resources. And so you have to make decisions on where they go. And sometimes you have to negotiate with other managers, with other employees, with vendors on things that you think are important. All right, 4 minutes. Okay, I think I'm going to stop here and then we're going to continue on.